hopefully. Hey, this is Danielle from Black Business Boom and Black Owned Nashville, and I am live with T.
Hello, hello.
I want to make sure I get the name right.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. So I was like, is it Ty? Is it T? I got it right. It's so nice to have you here today. This is T from the D.A.M podcast, and we're going to be talking about crypto and security. And this is a big deal because you literally can lose all of your assets if that you have tied up in crypto if they're not secured properly. So I'm really excited to get these tips from you. Let's jump on into it. Tell us a little bit about your background and what made you decide to get into crypto and start investing and even start the podcast.
So I've been in the crypto space for about 5 years now, since about 2017. So I feel like I was pretty early to the space. I took some time. I took a few months to try to get in a couple group chats of some people that I trusted and just kind of learn, play the background, ask a lot of questions and things like that before I ever invested in anything. So I tried to do my due diligence and make sure that I knew what I was talking about when I'm explaining it to other people. But yeah, I've been in the space since about 2017.
And even now, as you, I assume, invest these days, how do you, because I know folks want to know, how do you decide what you want to invest in?
So it was ingrained in my mind pretty early on that Bitcoin is the name of the game. If you're going to be investing in anything, it was Bitcoin. But I didn't really listen. I invested in all sorts of other coins that really don't have any value today. So Bitcoin, of course, is the most popular coin, the one that everybody talks about, things like that. But once I did my own research, I realized that Bitcoin and Ethereum and a couple other of the top 10 on CoinMarketCap are the ones that are worth investing in if you're making a decision to invest.
Okay. All right. Now, I know you all are giving a lot of information in this space on the podcast, the D.A.M podcast.
D.A.M podcast.
So tell us, before we jump into these tips, what else can we expect from the D.A.M podcast? Because I know there's so many of us that are like me that are like, it's just so much and I don't understand a lot of it. So are you all educating us? How are you guys helping us with the D.A.M podcast?
So the D.A.M podcast on all platforms, by the way, digital assets and metaverse. And basically we're trying to take an approach to our community, the Black community and people of color. We're trying to just educate them on digital assets, metaverse, different things pertaining to cryptocurrencies and things like that, because we want to just make sure that we're not falling behind on, new economic trends and things like that, investment trends. So we want to make sure that our community is very prepared for this new wave that's coming. I mean, I know you see it. There were like 6 or 7 cryptocurrency commercials during the Super Bowl. So, I mean, this thing is real. It's not going away. So we just want to make sure that everybody's prepared. So our podcast is for people who are new to the space, who want to learn more on a foundational level. And that's what it's there for. It's just a resource tool.
And I'm so glad you said that, because I know the D.A.M podcast and I know what you all are bringing, but I know a lot of folks are like, I'm not about to listen to no podcast about some stuff that I don't understand, right? But you all are giving it on a level so that we can understand and truly educating. So I appreciate that, because you use Google and you reading stuff and you listening to videos. And I'm like, I still don't know what they're talking about,
Right. And our episodes are very brief, 30 minutes, if that. And our host, I'm one of the co-hosts, of course, but our host, Brian Sexton, he's very, very new to the space. So he uses the podcast as a tool for his own knowledge. So, in the podcast, he'll start asking questions about, different topics that he genuinely wants to know about. So he's taking the perspective of a new person that is new to the space. So we want to make sure that we're connecting with the new people, because we understand it's a complicated type of thing, but we break down concepts as easily as we can.
I love it. Wonderful. Now let's get into this crypto security, because it can be a lot and overwhelming to even kind of navigate and understand the crypto space. And then you got to make sure you keep your money secure. I mean, it's essentially in my mind just money kind of floating in the air, you know. So, and if a platform gets hacked, you don't know how that can impact your bottom line. Right. So let's jump into these tips. What tips do you have for me, T, on crypto security and keeping our money safe?
Well, the first thing is really your mindset. We can talk about wallets all day. If you decide to be in the cryptocurrency space, you have to understand that it's going to require a level of organization. I haven't always been the most organized person, but I learned very quickly through experience that if you're not organized, you don't have your passphrases and your pins and passwords and things like that in a safe, secure place, then you can lose access to your funds. As far as security is concerned, the best place to keep your crypto or your coins is in a wallet. There are different types of wallets, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll stick with hot wallets and cold wallets. The difference between those two is hot wallets are connected to the internet and cold wallets are not. The safest wallet that you can ever use is a cold wallet because it's not connected to the internet. There are pros and cons to both. An example of a hot wallet is an app that you can use on your phone, like Coinbase Wallet or Trust Wallet. There are also wallets on different exchanges, and an exchange is anywhere you can buy crypto, like Coinbase.com, Kraken. They have wallets. The downside to hot wallets, because they are connected to the internet, they can be hacked. So if Coinbase is ever hacked, you can lose your funds. So it's best not to keep all your funds on an exchange like Coinbase. Ledger, Trezor, there are different types of cold wallets. Those are different types of cold wallets. Those are the most secure places for your cryptocurrency to be because they're not connected to the internet, and it's much, much harder for them to be hacked.
I am confused. I tell you, T, I am like, because I get what you're saying. It makes sense. But also, like, if it's not connected to the internet, how do I find, like, where is the ones that you just named? Where are they? Are they on like a black market? Like, how does that work?
So like for a cold wallet, the most popular cold wallet is a Ledger, and it's about that big. It's the size of a thumb drive, and
it's a physical device.
Yeah. So
okay,
right, it's a physical device. I probably should have mentioned that, but you can hook it up via Bluetooth or hook it up to your computer, and it requires a key to access. It's really just how you access your crypto. Your actual crypto is not on the ledger, it's in the blockchain. And I understand this is a very, it's a complicated, but a ledger is really just how you access your crypto. The good thing.
So if I go buy some crypto,
right,
I wouldn't buy it through the wallet though. I would buy it on an exchange.
Well, some wallets you can buy crypto on. But most people buy crypto off exchanges.
And then I would transfer it to my cold wallet?
Yes, you can transfer it directly to your cold wallet. Now, understand, with every wallet that you open, whether it's a hot wallet or a cold wallet, they give you a 12 to 24 word passphrase. And that is what gives you access to your funds. So if you lose the ledger, if you're walking around in the park and, Lord forbid something happens, you get robbed or you drop your ledger, it's fine. You could literally buy another one and insert your 12 to 24 word phrase and still have access to your stuff. So basically, you really, really need to keep your passphrase and your PIN close to home, like close to your person, not your person, but you need to keep it close and secure.
Okay. All right. Learned some things already today. All right. What else do you have for us?
Honestly, really just common sense tips. When you're investing in crypto, of course, I know in society it's cool to brag about the things you have, but you don't want to tell people what you have. You don't want to tell people, I have such and such amount of Bitcoin, I have such and such amount of Ethereum, because now you're putting a target on your back. Keep that kind of stuff to yourself. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the stuff is really just common sense.
Okay. All right. So, It's not so common though, so we've learned that in our years. So,
well, I was going to say, and there are other things, other steps that you can take. Putting Google Authenticator on your phone, two-factor authenticator, so that when you log in, hopefully with a very long or decently complicated password, it makes it harder to be hacked. It makes it harder for someone else to have access to your account. So there are different things that you can do.
So get the Google Authenticator, use that on your phone when you're logging into. So I'm curious just to know your thoughts on platforms like Coinbase from a security standpoint.
From a security standpoint, Coinbase has had a couple issues going down. We don't necessarily know if it was a hack. I think we would have heard if it was a hack. I think it's really just the infrastructure. But Coinbase is fairly secure. I wouldn't have all my crypto on Coinbase if I was trying to like sell it or convert it into another type of crypto. You don't really want to have your cryptocurrency on exchanges. Now, some exchanges do allow you to accrue interest on your crypto just for having it there. But you don't want to have your entire bag of crypto on an exchange. You might want to just put a certain percentage of it if you're going to take advantage of that interest, which is called staking. And we can talk about that later. But yeah, just as a basic rule of thumb, it's really not too smart to have all your crypto on an exchange just because it can be hacked. But Coinbase, Kraken.com is a fairly secure site. They use a mixture of hot and cold wallets to store crypto. Yeah. Most of these sites, they try to do their due diligence and making sure that your stuff is secure, but nobody's going to keep it as secure as you can.
And so if I had things on an exchange or in a hot wallet and now I want to transfer to a cold wallet, what are like the steps to be able to do that?
Well, each wallet that you have has a public address and a private address. If I wanted to send you some crypto and I have a hot wallet, you have a cold wallet, and I just want to send it to you, I can give, actually, you would give me your public address. I would put it in my system and then, choose however much cryptocurrency I want to send you. And it can come right to you. It's like a bank transfer, but just
so basically, if I wanted to do the same thing for myself, I would just do the same. I would just
same thing, right? You can send it from point A, which is whatever wallet, to point B, which is whatever wallet you have.
And where do we get the ledger?
The ledger, I would only get the ledger from the ledger site, and I think it's ledger.com if I'm not mistaken. But you don't want to get any sort of ledger or hardware wallet from anywhere that's not like an authorized dealer, because somebody could have messed with it, and so you want to make sure you're getting your ledger wallets, for instance, from ledger.com or from the actual website.
Okay, fantastic. This was extremely helpful.
It was a little complicated, but
I'm slowly, again, the more and more we hear this stuff, some of us, I'm almost 40. Like, so, this is new for us. And so I think, but the more and more I hear it, I start to learn a little bit more. And that's all we can do is just try to educate the community and give us a little bit more, every time. So I'm happy to have you and have the partnership with the D.A.M podcast to be able to get this information and ask questions and really kind of dig in and understand. Now, the D.A.M podcast is, of course, based right here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I do want to make sure that we let folks know that we're having some in-person meetups to get this information out and to meet folks and to mingle and to learn about crypto. So tell us a little bit about the upcoming event.
So last month we had a crypto community hour at local distro, and we invited the community. We had a couple dozen people show up, and basically the point is really just to educate people about cryptocurrency, but also meet other people in the space. You would be surprised how many people in Nashville are into cryptocurrencies, so we just want to make sure that everybody is engaging, and we just want them to see the space grow. So we really use it as an opportunity to meet other people in the space and offer education. So tomorrow, actually on Friday, the 25th, we're having our second community happy hour at local distro. Afterward, we'll play some games, things like that, get to know each other. But we just want to make sure that we have, we're creating a space for crypto enthusiasts and investors in the community.
I love it. Super exciting. What time is the event kicking off tomorrow?
The event is from 6 to 7 tomorrow at local distro, and I'll just say the address: 614 Garfield Street in Nashville.
Absolutely.
So from 6 to 7 at local distro.
I love it. Super exciting. I'm going to definitely try to pop over tomorrow. And again, it's a good opportunity just to learn from others, and the great thing, I'll tell you this, I'm not scared to ask questions about this crypto thing because there's so many other folks out here who are just as lost as I am. So I feel like this is a supportive community. And the D.A.M podcast, I know what the objectives are and your goals are to actually educate our community. So if you're tuned in and you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. But also, feel free to come out and meet us tomorrow at the local distro at 6 p.m. and get those questions answered right there in person. And you got a room full of folks that you can talk to and learn about their experience and get advice from.
I do want to just let you guys know on our IG, which is the D.A.M podcast _ on IG. We also have a Discord group chat, and we have dozens of people in there as well. So please feel free to join the group chat. Ask any questions you'd like to ask. We have people who are new to the space. We have people who are experts in technical analysis and all that. So if you have any questions, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Come with all your questions, come with your insight, come to the Discord group. And
tell us about Discord, because I'm like, I downloaded it. Brian sent it to me. I downloaded it and I was like, I don't really know what this is.
Well, yeah. So in the cryptocurrency space, Discord is the most popular app to use. But so if you go to our IG and you click on the Discord link, it'll ask if you want to join.
Okay.
So
and is it just like a forum to talk to folks?
Okay. It's a forum. It's just a group chat amongst people.
Okay.
We have different channels, a channel for NFT enthusiasts, for metaverse enthusiasts, announcements, things like that. But just in the general, I see a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Erica Tessie wants to know what the Discord is again, but you can go straight to Instagram. Yeah,
go to the IG,
the link Instagram page at the D.A.M podcast _ The link is right there in the bio. That's going to be the easiest.
Link is in the bio, and it'll lead you directly to the IG.
All right, fantastic. Anything else you want to leave us with here today, T?
No, I just want to say thank you to you for having me, of course. And I just want to continue to encourage people in our community, like, this thing isn't going away. I understand it's complicated in some aspects, but it's something that we really, really need to kind of get into and get some understanding on. And if you're an investor, this is the best time to get in, because we're really early in the space. And if you're really trying to, boost your investments or diversify your investments, then this is a good way to do it. But you have to be ready to do your research. And that's what I would say.
I love it. And Erica asked about NFTs, and I know you all absolutely educate on the podcast and talk in the Discord about NFTs. If you, Erica, if you missed our last live that I did with Camila, she joined us and we were talking about NFTs and Ivan, and we were talking about the metaverse and NFTs. And then I also did one with Ivan and talked about NFTs. But I know the Discord is where you would want to go and get in on the chat and ask any questions. Absolutely. But then also you got the podcast, again, on all platforms, all streaming platforms. Go and listen in. They simplify everything for you, and it is for us, which is amazing. And that I love that Brian said, like, as he started to listen to some of these podcasts and see what was going on YouTube and things, it didn't seem that any of these messages or anything that was being put out was really specifically for the Black community in this space of digital assets and the metaverse. So we really appreciate you all for recognizing that there was a need for our community to catch up and giving us a platform to be able to learn and get some entertainment at the same time. So Super excited. Thank you so much for joining me, T.
Absolutely.
If you are in Nashville, local distro, you know it, Black-owned business on Garfield in Nashville. Come on out tomorrow, 6 p.m., Friday the 25th in Nashville. Come out and check out the D.A.M podcast, the crypto community, the Black crypto community in Nashville as we learn more. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you so much, T, for your time.